The night was cold, the sea was calm, the stars twinkled brightly in the clear sky, casting a serene glow over the still waters below. It was a night that seemed almost magical, a night that held a sense of peace and tranquility. It was April 15th, 1912, a date that would soon be etched into the annals of history, remembered for generations to come. The largest ship ever built, the RMS Titanic, was making her maiden voyage across the Atlantic. She was a marvel of modern engineering, a testament to human ambition and ingenuity. She was a floating palace carrying over 2,200 souls, a mix of wealthy socialites, hopeful immigrants, and experienced crew members. Each passenger had their own story, their own dreams and aspirations. Little did they know tragedy awaited them in the icy depths. The calm sea and clear skies belied the danger that lurked ahead. The air was filled with anticipation and excitement. Passengers marveled at the ship's grandeur, unaware of the fate that would soon befall them. The Titanic was more than just a ship. She was a symbol of human ingenuity and ambition. She represented the pinnacle of technological advancement and luxury. Her size was impressive, her interiors opulent, and her technology revolutionary. From the grand staircase to the state-of-the-art engine room, every detail was meticulously crafted. It seemed nothing could stop this great vessel. She cut through the water with ease, her bow slicing through the waves as she sailed majestically on her journey. But beneath the surface, the icy waters of the Atlantic held a deadly secret, one that would soon bring this magnificent ship to her tragic end. The RMS Titanic was a marvel of engineering. Built in Belfast, Ireland, she was the largest moving object ever created by human hands. Over 15,000 men worked tirelessly for 3 years to build this magnificent vessel. The Titanic was divided into 16 watertight compartments, leading many to believe she was unsinkable. The ship boasted a double-bottom hull and advanced safety features for its time. Her 4 funnels, a signature design element, towered over the decks, adding to her imposing presence. The Titanic represented the pinnacle of shipbuilding technology and the height of Edwardian opulence. The Titanic offered unparalleled luxury to her passengers. First-class passengers enjoyed lavish suites, complete with ornate furniture, private bathrooms, and even a swimming pool. The ship boasted a gymnasium, a library, and several restaurants, each serving gourmet cuisine. Notable figures like John Jacob Astor IV, one of the wealthiest men in the world, and Benjamin Guggenheim, a mining magnate, were among the first-class passengers. The atmosphere aboard the Titanic was one of grandeur, elegance, and excitement for the journey ahead. Little did anyone suspect that this luxurious journey would end in disaster. The Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage from Southampton, England, on April 10, 1912. Excitement filled the air as the ship set sail, her destination New York City, the land of opportunity. Passengers lined the decks, waving goodbye to loved ones on the shore. The first few days of the voyage were filled with luxury and leisure. Passengers indulged in fine dining, attended concerts, and strolled on the spacious decks. The ship's crew worked tirelessly to ensure the comfort and safety of everyone on board. However, the icy waters of the North Atlantic held hidden dangers. Section 5. Iceberg, right ahead. On the night of April 14th, the Titanic received multiple warnings from other ships about icebergs in the area. These warnings were acknowledged but not fully heeded. The ship continued at near full speed, a decision that would have dire consequences. At 11:40 p.m., lookouts spotted an iceberg directly in the Titanic's path. The alarm was raised and the engines were put into reverse. Despite the crew's efforts, it was too late. The Titanic struck the iceberg on her starboard side, ripping a series of gashes below the waterline. The unsinkable ship had been mortally wounded. Section 6. Women and children first. As water rushed into the Titanic's lower decks, the gravity of the situation became apparent. The once majestic ship was now a scene of chaos and despair. The icy waters of the Atlantic were merciless, flooding the lower compartments with alarming speed. Captain Edward Smith, realizing the dire circumstances, ordered a distress signal to be sent out immediately. The crew in the radio room worked frantically, sending out SOS messages in hopes that nearby ships would come to their aid. Lifeboats were uncovered, and the evacuation process began in earnest. The crew worked tirelessly to lower the lifeboats into the freezing waters, knowing that every second counted. The crew adhered to the maritime tradition of women and children first, ensuring that the most vulnerable were given a chance at survival. Mothers clutched their children tightly, their faces etched with fear and uncertainty. Panic ensued as it became clear there were not enough lifeboats for everyone on board. The deck was a scene of utter chaos, with passengers desperately searching for a way to save themselves and their loved ones. The Titanic was only equipped with enough lifeboats for half her passengers and crew. This tragic oversight meant that many would not find a place in the lifeboats, sealing their fate in the icy waters. Amidst the turmoil, the band played on, their music a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. Their melodies provided a semblance of calm and courage in the face of overwhelming despair. Acts of heroism and selflessness were witnessed as passengers and crew members alike faced their fate. Strangers helped one another, displaying remarkable bravery and compassion in their final moments. The legacy of their courage lives on, a testament to the human spirit in the darkest of times. Section 7. Into the Depths. At 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1912, the RMS Titanic slipped beneath the waves. The once majestic ship, now a broken and battered hull, took with her over 1,500 souls. The cries of those in the water echoed across the dark icy sea. The sinking of the Titanic shocked the world. The disaster exposed the shortcomings of maritime safety regulations and the dangers of overconfidence in technology. The tragedy became a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human life. Section 8. The Carpathia's arrival. Hours after the Titanic sank, the RMS Carpathia arrived on the scene, responding to the distress calls. The crew of the Carpathia worked tirelessly to rescue survivors from the lifeboats. They pulled 705 survivors from the icy water, a small fraction of those who had been on board the Titanic. The survivors arrived in New York City, greeted by a stunned and grieving public. The world mourned the loss of the Titanic and the many lives lost. The disaster sent shockwaves across the globe, prompting investigations and reforms in maritime safety regulations. Section 9. A tombstone at sea. The wreck of the Titanic lay undiscovered for over 70 years. In 1985, a joint American-French expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard located the wreck using sonar technology. The discovery reignited global interest in the Titanic and its tragic story. Today, the wreck of the Titanic lies 2.5 miles beneath the surface of the North Atlantic. It serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of the disaster and a testament to the enduring power of human stories. Section 10. A Legacy Remembered. The sinking of the Titanic remains one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. On that fateful night in April 1912, over 1,500 lives were lost when the unsinkable ship met its tragic end in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. This catastrophe served as a catalyst for significant improvements in maritime safety regulations. One of the most crucial changes was the requirement for more lifeboats, ensuring that there would be enough for every passenger and crew member on board. Additionally, the establishment of the International Ice Patrol was a direct response to the disaster. This organization was tasked with monitoring iceberg dangers in the North Atlantic, providing crucial information to ships to prevent future tragedies. Another significant change was the implementation of 24-hour radio operation on passenger ships. This ensured that ships could always communicate with each other and with rescue services, a vital improvement that has undoubtedly saved countless lives since. The legacy of the Titanic lives on, not just in the regulations that came about because of the tragedy, but also in the artifacts and relics that have been recovered and preserved. These items are displayed in museums around the world, serving as poignant reminders of the lives lost and the lessons learned. The story of the Titanic continues to captivate the public's imagination. Countless books, films, and documentaries have been produced, each exploring different aspects of the ship's story, from its construction to its tragic end, and the human stories intertwined with it. The Titanic serves as a symbol of human ambition and technological hubris. Its construction was a marvel of engineering, a testament to what humanity could achieve. Yet its sinking was a stark reminder of the limits of that ambition. Despite the tragedy, the enduring power of hope and resilience in the face of adversity shines through. The stories of the survivors, their courage, and the global response to the disaster highlight the best of humanity in the darkest of times. The legacy of the Titanic is a complex tapestry of innovation, tragedy, and enduring human spirit.